Spoiler alert, I'm about to do a recap for season 1. If you haven't seen season 1 and don't want the winner spoiled, skip to this time. If you're okay with watching the recap, here it is.
In this series, Squishies compete to be the top chef, and you vote on the community tab for who created the best food. Previously, on the season 1 finale of Squishy Top Chef Makeover, Val created a dish worth everyone's affection. Whoa, Val certainly came to win, and the judges are looking up at this dish. Chip and Cherry had a child. Before heading into the judging, Chip and Cherry decided to show you a nice family photo op. And Flo was, well, Flo. Flo, you're on the wrong side of the screen. Could you go, yep, on the left? Tell us a little bit about, nope, that's in the center. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the votes are in. Flo did swimmingly. She came in 3rd place. Val was certainly shown a lot of love in the votes. But at the end of the day, votes are what you need. And Chip came in 1st place and is crowned the season 1 top chef. Congratulations to Chip and Cherry and their new baby, Cindy. Season 1's top chef has been selected, but who will be the top chef for season 2? The choice is up to you.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Okay, all right. Come here. Whether you watched the recap, you didn't watch the recap, hi. For today's video, I am extremely excited, and I know a lot of you guys are as well, because you've been asking for a 2nd season of Squishy Top Chef Makeover! That was annoying. If you're new here and don't know what Squishy Top Chef Makeover is, it is a reality TV show style food competition between my squishies. In each episode, I pick 3 squishies to compete and create food dishes. At the end of the episode, you guys vote on the community tab on who you think won that episode and should move on to the next round. It's a weird concept. So let's get started on season 2, episode 1 of Squishy Top Chef Makeover.
In a battle between baking and burning things, only one squishy can move on to the next round. Raining all the way from hippity hoppity bippity, I just don't know where you're from. From one frosting obsessed bunny to another, Bonnie is quite the energetic bunny rabbit, probably because of all that strawberry frosting she's been eating. For today's episode, Bonnie has decided to give this castle a makeover. The castle is not in bad condition at all. It's actually a brand new squishy that I got from my Shop With Me video. The first step in any makeover is the sanding process, especially for new squishies. Clipping off any of those little excess seams that are sticking out. And then we're ready for the white base coat. I'm using a soft matte paint and painting that all over the castle. After applying that matte paint, I took out my white puffy paint, or slick paint. I've been finding if I put a coat of slick paint over the matte paint, the squishy is much smoother and it just turns out looking a lot better at the end. I've mixed together 3 colors to be a color match with Bonnie, or Darla. There's been some confusion about Bonnie's name, and that is completely my fault. I somehow renamed this bunny rabbit. Originally, her name was Bonnie the Bonnie Rabbit. Bonnie. Very creative. I kind of just named Bonnie in passing as a joke. I liked the name, but totally forgot that her name was Bonnie. In my painting pencil cases video, I painted the strawberry frosted bunny, and I named her Darla.
What?
Not everyone noticed, but there were a select few, like a good group of you, who really noticed and stuck up for Bonnie. Hi, hello, you just renamed Bonnie without her permission. I've decided to make an executive decision here. Bonnie is going to still go by the name Bonnie, and we're just gonna forget that the Darla thing ever happened. Poof, gone. I never called her Darla. Who is this? Oh, that's Bonnie. But I thought her name was Shh, no. Alright, glad we cleared that one up. If you bring your attention to the castle that I'm painting, it looks like a wreck right now. But fear not, it will get better eventually. Dipping into this light pink color for some highlights, the basic concept for this castle was to turn it into a donut cake where strawberry frosting was dripping down the sides, just like our strawberry frosted bunny. I decided to model the strawberry frosting after my pencil case that I created in my painting pencil case video. This involved a lot of strawberry frosting and highlights and a ton of sprinkles all over the frosting. I think I went a bit overboard on the sprinkles, but while I was painting all of those sprinkles, I felt like this was missing something. So I mixed together this brown color and decided to create some doors on the castle. I'm rubbing the corners off because I wanted to make it a circle door because donuts are circles. I still felt like it was missing something, so I took out my earplugs. I sleep with earplugs every night since I went to college because, well, college dorms are very loud, and I got used to sleeping with the earplugs, and now I sleep with them every night. I don't know if this is too much information. I decided to use the tips of the foam earplugs and create little donut flags on top of this castle. The first step to creating my very miniature donuts is to give them a nice dough color. This took several coats of paint because it was a bright orange earplug. I decided to make the strawberry frosting look like it was dripping down off of the donut. I thought this would be quite fitting since Bonnie, the strawberry frosted bunny rabbit, is holding a drippy donut. For the finishing touches on this donut castle, I added some sprinkles to these very miniature donuts, as well as my signature. Here we have the before and after for our strawberry frosted donut castle. I have to say, I love it. I think the little donuts are so cute. I literally can't get over it, but let's see how Bonnie feels about her strawberry frosted donut castle. Bonnie seems very excited about this strawberry frosted donut cake. I can't say I'm very surprised because she loves strawberry frosting. Let's see what the judges think. Bonnie, tell us about your dish. Ooh, very cute. Interesting. But how does it taste? Bonnie, you're not the judge. Yes, the edgy hedgy wish hog. You can taste it. Edgy hedgy, what are your thoughts? Judges, cool it on the puns. Bonnie, you've passed the taste test, but will the votes agree? Good luck in the polls. Raining all the way from the water. From one fish to another, Goldie is our goldfish mermaid combination. I'm being told that her grandfather was a goldfish. In today's episode, Goldie will be giving this narwhal cake, which is also from the water, a makeover. The cake will also be having a dumpling added on top. It's a keychain that had to have this little keychain removed, and we are going to put the dumpling on top of the cake and turn it into something. Up first, I'm sanding down this squishy so that it's nice and rough. The paint will stick to the squishy better that way, and I'm also trimming off anything I don't need, like the narwhal horn. The horn had to be removed. I don't know if it's called a horn. Tusk? No, horn. It's definitely a horn. I wanted to stick the dumpling on top, so I'm taking out my tacky glue, and we are sticking a dumpling on top of this cake. Yes, a dumpling. Do not be alarmed, the dumpling will not stay a dumpling. I felt like it was shaped in a orange slice kind of shape, and since Goldie is a goldfish and she is orange, I thought it would only be fitting that she created a citrus-flavored cake. Or rather, an orange sherbet cake. I don't know about you guys, but I really love orange sherbet and raspberry sherbet. There's something about those two. They just taste so good at all times. I don't care. I love it all the time. Well, you know what? That's actually not true. I do not eat orange sherbet all the time. But I would if it was in front of me, you know? I don't think I would ever reject it. It tastes very good. Raspberry sherbet. Don't even get me started on raspberry sherbet. When you put them together, orange and raspberry sherbet are so good together. Since I've said the word orange a bunch of times, I'm anticipating a bunch of people commenting and saying, "Oh my gosh, you say orange wrong." I'm from New York. People say orange here, so I am so sorry. Also, sherbet, I think there's two different ways to say it with sorbet, but I also think sorbet has an icy kind of thing in it, and sherbet is more creamy. So, aren't you glad that I kept saying orange. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop talking in a second. But first, let me bring your attention to the orange that is on top of this orange sherbet cake. I felt like the middle piece here needed some of the mermaidness reflected, which is why I painstakingly painted mermaid scales all over the center of this cake. I also added some highlights to the raspberry sherbet that is on top of this orange sherbet cake, as well as some highlights to our melted orange thing. And last but not least, I signed my signature. Here is the before and the after for our orange sherbet mermaid cake. I love it. I love pink and orange together, and I'm obsessed with the way the orange came out. Let's check in with Goldie before she moves into the judge's room. Goldie, tell us about your dish. I love fruit. Smells appealing. Fruits. But how does it taste? Lemmy, your thoughts? Ooh, and that's coming from the lemon herself. It sounds like the judges loved your tangy treat, but will the votes agree? Good luck in the polls, Goldie. Raining all the way from the jungle. From one koala to another, this mother-daughter pair has actually competed in Top Chef before. They were in season 1 and sadly lost. Coco and Bubbles learned a lot from the experience in season 1 and they've decided to try again. This is a koala stack that is actually a pen, and it's a really weird pen that I honestly can't use because it's so unbalanced and hard to hold. But I really wanted a pen squishy because I've never had one and I always think they're so cool. So that is why I purchased this one. It's brand new and I love it, and I'm so excited to give it a makeover. I was looking at it for a really long time and thinking, like, what can I turn this into? The first thing I thought of was peas, like peas in a pod. But then I was like, no, they're koalas. I don't want koalas as peas. And then I was like, well, I could do an ice cream stack. But when you look at the pen, you're like, that's not an ice cream scoop because there's no ice cream cone. What desserts have little sticks sticking out of them? I thought of a lollipop, didn't really like that idea, and then I thought of cake pops. I have never made a cake pop squishy, and I don't think I've seen a cake pop squishy. The best part of this idea is that the pen kind of works with the concept. The pen can just be the bottom part of the cake pop. I've decided to paint each of these cake pops with different colors that are on Coco and Bubbles. The bottom cake pop is a chocolate flavored cake pop with a little bit of a chocolate icing on top. Each of these cake pops are koalas, which is why I chose Coco and Bubbles, the koalas. The squishies have noses that are sticking out, and I could not change the way that was. So I decided that Coco and Bubbles would make cake pops that look like little koala heads. I realized that this squishy is a little weird because it kind of just makes it look like we're skewering koala heads, almost like a shish kebab. But we have to keep in mind that this is a cake pop. I've seen many cake pops that look like bears and monkeys and penguins and even koalas. So it is a dessert. This is not an actual koala head that we are eating. My favorite koala head is the one that is second from the top. He has his tongue stuck out and he is licking the purple cake pop below him. The cake pop that is being licked is absolutely furious that he is being licked, and honestly, I can't fault him for that. I too would be probably really angry if someone was licking me. The purple cake pop needed some sprinkles, so I decided to add blue, light blue, and tan sprinkles to the top of his head. I also added some sprinkles to the tongue because he's licking them. The top cake pop, I wanted to give a confused, kind of nervous expression. He is concerned about what is happening below him. I'm referring to the cake pop that is licking the purple one. So this one is just sweating bullets. I decided the sprinkles on top of his head would be those circle sprinkles because they kind of look like sweat. Gross, right? Here is the before and the after for our koala cake pop stack. I really like this one. It turned out so cute and I really like the tongue. Let's check in on Coco and Bubbles before they head into the judge's room. Coco and Bubbles, tell us about your dish. Ooh, wow. Whoa, I think we only want a piece of the cake pop. Paul, your thoughts? Seems like the cake pops were a hit, but will the votes agree? Coco, Bubbles, good luck in the polls. And here we have all 3 of the desserts that were created in this first episode of Season 2 for Top Chef. Don't forget to go to the community tab and vote for your favorite squishy to move on to the finale episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see my other Squishy Makeover videos, I have them linked in one of these 2 boxes, including Season 1 of Top Chef. I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!